Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kohola Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Hakadesh. Double honor to the Apostle and elders, the great millstone that taught me this 100% truth of who well. Citation to Yakim out there pushing the truth in all sincerity and rest his life to do so. Citation to the hopefully elect that scattered among the four corners of the earth that believe in the truth. Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom. This is got an article here that I want to read. It's from the HinduBusinessLine.com. The name of the article is Promising Pilot CBDCR Users to Hit 50,000 by January in on Better Acceptance. And the article was written January 9th, 2023. Today's January 10th, 2023. 2023 is the year, the hopeful year of all prophecies coming to pass, deemed by Elder Apostle Tahar, through the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. And, we pray and hope that all the prophecies of Yahweh Shema Shai come to pass in this year. Reading on, reads, digital currency has been gaining traction since December 1st launch. Reads, after a slow start, the central bank digital currency CBDCR or ER dash R. So I guess you can, it's interchangeables. CBDCR or ER dash R, same thing, has picked up pace. The number of retail users of the CBDCR is expected to touch 50,000 at the end of this month. Currently, this number stands at around 16,000. The Reserve Bank of India, the RBI, launched a pilot project of the ER, or the central bank digital currency, on December 1st last year. So, this goes to show that, these are just, pilots, but they've been working on this, for a year now. So, because this is the new, form of payment, because they're going to do away with, physical money. There's going to be no more like fiat currency, or as far as paper money and coins, they're going to do away with that. And they're going to a digital platform because, we moving into the fourth industrial revolution, and the whole world is going to, move into that. You know what I'm saying? So, and this is, India. This is not only going to take place in Babylon. This is something that, the whole world is going to have to deal with, because we're pretty much at the end. But I'm going to read on. It reads, official sources said that the digital currency is progressing rather well since the launch of the pilot. Around 60,000 users conducted a transaction with the approximately 64 lakh. I guess that's the currency of India, or the money, whatever. Anyway, I guess that's what they call it there. Sources said, with further ease of use, awareness, and more points of acceptability, the expectation is that the pace will quicken. The pilot on the digital rupee wholesale, or ER-W, was launched on November 1st. At present, average daily transactions for ERW is 200 crore. The ER-R is a form of fiat currency apart from the paper and metal currency. It is in the form of digital token, because we're going to the digital platform, that represents legal tender. It is being issued in the same denominations as the paper currency and the coins, and being distributed through financial intermediaries, i.e. the banks. Users will be able to transact with a ER-R through a digital wallet offered by the participating banks. Transactions can be both person to person and person to merchant, PT. The ER-R offers features of physical cash like trust, safety, and settlement finality. Like cash, the CBDC will not earn any interest and can be converted to other forms of money like deposits with banks. But they're not going to have any more physical currency. They're creating the digital currency to do away with that. So you're not going to be able to get cash or anything else, um, in the future, because they're going to, even at the World Economic Forums, they had these meetings, as you know, and they were saying like they're doing away with digital currency. I mean, it's like they're doing away with physical currency. They're going to move to a digital platform. So there's going to be no uh, changing of monies as far as like paper money or metal coins, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It's all going to be digital because they got to bring in the RFID, Michael, that thing, the microchip. You know what I'm saying? They got to bring that thing in, and they're gonna, you know, this is gonna be part of it. You know what I'm saying? Going into a digital system so they can put that on that the micro thing, so they can implant it inside of you. Because it's like it. Where was I? The ER-R offers features of physical cash like trust, safety, and settlement finality. Like cash, the CBDC will not earn any interest and can be converted to other forms of money like deposit banks. I read it already. 8 banks are participating in the retail pilot project. This included State Bank of India, the ICICI Bank, the Rest Bank, that's like the Yes Bank, IDFC First Bank, Bank of Baroda, Union Bank of India, the HDFC Bank of Kotak Mahindra Bank. Use of central bank digital currency, that's what the ER-R is voluntary and is part of total currency in circulation. And officials said the central bank digital currency is using API application programming interface. It is a way for 2 or more computer programs to communicate with each other. There is no it's like an intermediary involved in transaction of the central bank digital currency for user. However, in a cash or transaction between individual banks and the central bank, blockchain technology is being used, he said, ensuring anonymity. So the biggest issue with digital currency is anonymity. Anonymity. It is the concept. Note the RBI has said that the CBDC to play the role of a medium of exchange, it needs to incorporate all the features of the physical currency represents, including anonymity, universality, and finality. However, ensuring anonymity for a digital currency remains a challenge, as all digital transactions leave trail. Yeah, because they want to have track of everything. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to have total control. They want to be able to control, your dollar. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're going to place it on the RFID, micro thing, so they can have total control when they insert it inside of you, and they can turn it off and on and do whatever they need. If you try to rebel or you know be against them in any way, because they want total control. I mean, the chip going to be have other forms of information on it, your birth, because they're going to do away with birth certificates, social security numbers, because all that's like paper forms of this devil Esau Edom um, showing you as his slave. But now he just want to give you his digital oil, to um, solidify that. You know what I'm saying? So all the paper, the paperwork he gonna get rid of, because he's just gonna mark you now. It's not gonna be, on paper anymore. It's gonna be on a digital platform, and all your information is gonna be on this. So they're gonna actually know who you are, and they're gonna have total control. Because he wants total control of your flesh, mind, body, and soul. And with this, with the micro implant, he'll have that. You know what I'm saying? So, where was I? However, ensuring anonymity for all digital currency remains a challenge as all digital transactions leave trail. Thus, the degree of anonymity remains a key design discussion for any CBDC. Reasonable anonymity for small value transactions is being thought of as the most desirable option for CBDCR. Legal provision to be implemented with technology is being considered to ensure anonymity. Another source said. Last week, the RBI governor Shaktikanta Das has said that the central bank is being extremely cautious about CBDC. If there is cloning or anything which happens, it can be very, very risky. So we are moving through it very carefully. But at the end of the day, this is going to be the new form of currency. You know what I'm saying? Because we're at the time that these prophecies are being fulfilled. And let's go grab the scriptures here. This is Revelations 13:16. And he calls of all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand and in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell, except he that have the except he that have the mark of the name and the except he that have the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Yeah. So, this is why they go into the digital platform, which goes to show that, the RFID microchip or the MOTB is the mark of the beast. I mean, the RFID microchip is the, MOTB, the mark of the beast, because you won't be able to buy or sell without this mark. And this is a physical mark. This is the Quran. This is, the digital oil that just, Esau Edom. And the rest of these nations, they're gonna insert inside of you, because this is the end. And when we see, those that are in the know see articles like this, it's a boost of faith because we know that we're at the end, of this devil's reign, Esau Edom, and it brings joy, but at the same time, it brings the fear of Yahweh Shemal Shai, because we know that in these times, we're going to go through the times of Jacob's trouble. World War III is going to, come into play. There's going to be chaos and anarchy out here in these streets, and they're going to be mass killings, mass shootings taking place. There's going to be, mass death, due to, either you physically getting put to death or, famine, due to lack of, food or whatnot. So, and water. So some people are gonna, actually, starve to death. You know what I'm saying? It's part of, the times of, Jacob's trouble. Going through. It's all part of, the biblical prophecy. These things are going to take place, and we're pretty much at the tail end of all these things, happening. That's why Elder Tabasa Tahor, deemed this 2023 as the hopeful year of all prophecies coming to pass. Because these things are going to take place. And we don't got much longer here, you know, as you can see, just from this article alone that, this is something that not just going to take place in Babylon, but it's going to be throughout the world, you know. And this is Revelations 3:10, which read, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation." And the Lord is going to, keep the elect, from the hour, this hour of temptation that the whole world is going to face, you know, because the elect will be saved. But what shall come upon all the world, try them that dwell upon the earth. Yeah. So this hour of temptation is, you bowing down to the, this mark of the beast. You receiving, the RFID microchip, mark of the beast, and in these last days. You know what I'm saying? So the whole world is going to face this hour of temptation, as you can see, because this article this is India. You know what I'm saying? So, and because Esau Edom, him and his other players, these other heathen nations, what I'm saying, they're gonna, all conform together, to push this agenda forth. You know what I'm saying? And Esau Edom, you know, uh, is gonna help lead the way in this, you know. Um, so I mean, and it's China, they already own it already. You know what I'm saying? Uh, with this, the whole digital currency or whatever, I'm sure they're gonna, push the, RFID uh, micro thing, and Sweden, they've been doing it out there. Russia's already on the digital currency tip too. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. So these other countries are just going to follow suit because we at the end of these prophecies being fulfilled. This is Habakkuk 2:3, which read, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry." And this is the appointed time that the Lord has deemed to bring these things forth. The the RFID microchip is here. You know what I'm saying? And this is what John the Revelator, saw in the vision for the Most High on the island of Patmos. That this is the thing that was going to be sent forth across the whole world. You know what I'm saying? That the whole world was going to have to face it of this hour of temptation. You know what I'm saying? Either you're going to take it to survive and deem Esau your God, or you're going to rely upon Yahweh Shema Shai. And those of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, you're going to have to turn to your power in these last days in order to, if you're of the elect, because only the elect is going to be saved. You know what I'm saying? The rest of our people, they're going to be destroyed. Especially 2/3 here in Babylon, aka America, United States, whatever you deem it, call it. But in the scriptures, it's deemed as the daughter of Babylon. You know what I'm saying? And so this place is going to be destroyed, and those that take this devil's mark are going to be destroyed with it. So just know that we're at the end time, and this digital currency being pushed forth is a sign of the times that we're in, that these prophecies are being fulfilled. So we almost out of here. So that's pretty much it. I just want to say all praise to Yahweh Shema Shai, Kwam Mashirala, Abba, and Shalom.